Hello everybody, good evening, Rose Thorne here. Today I'm reacting to several things that I found on YouTube and also on Twitter. Just put everything together and I'm going to showcase it here in this video. So I'm going to go over a couple of live streams that have been done by Foodie, by Natter, the community post, just putting it all together because Foodie Beauty is lying her way to Montreal. So those of you that have been following Foodie Beauty and her story, you know, she's been telling everybody for the longest, oh, I'm done with Natter. He's a scumbag. He's abusive, blah, blah, blah. But those of us that have watched Foodie Beauty the longest, we know they're not done with each other. They will never be done with each other. He's in it for the money. She's in it for the companionship and whatever else. They're not done with each other. And I've been saying on my channel, and a few other reaction channels have said it too, that this whole thing going on with the three of them, meaning Dee, Natter, and Chantal, it's just a farce. They're all trying to act like they're done with each other, they hate each other, but they really don't hate each other. They really, really don't. And I'm going to show you the things that I found in the different places. So, hold on a second. There's one more thing that I wanted to find real quick before I start this. I'm like a student coming to class. I'm gathering up all my notes. There's one more note that I have to get before we get started. Okay, hold on just a moment. All right. I think I got all the notes now. So where do we start first? Let's see. Let me just find what I need to find before we get started. Okay, we're ready to go. Good. All right. So here's Foodie. Here's her doing a very short live stream called Moving in Stereo. Now take note of the way she's dressed. Take note of what she has on. She has on the, looks like a charcoal covered head covering, and she's got on that lavender sleeveless blouse. Take note of that. That's important for later. So she's going to Montreal. It's strange that all the places in Canada, she has to go to Montreal where Natter is. I think that she's been seeing him the last 3 days and just trying to cover it up by telling people, oh, I'm going on dates with other people, and doing live streams and making up details about these supposed dates. And the entire time she's been seeing Natter behind everyone's back. Although, you know what, Foodie, if you want to pursue Natter, whether we like him or not, whether we approve of him or not, that's your choice and that's your business. The problem is you've been making it our business this entire time. The personal relationship you may have with Natter and Dee, you made it our business. You brought it here to YouTube. You made it everybody's business. And now you keep everybody invested. You keep everybody in the know about where you're going, and you lie when you think you have to. So there she is in her brand new expensive sunglasses, the sleeveless blouse, and the head wrap, going to Montreal, where Natter is. Let's see, what else do we have here? So she did that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Now, on to this. So here's a picture that she took 8 hours ago of how she was dressed. Again, note the outfit. Same outfit she's got on in the Moving in Stereo video, which she did today. Now check this out. Strange, huh? She's got on a different shirt. Why does she have on a different shirt? What did she do that she's got to change her clothes? She got on a different shirt. What happened to her sleeveless purple blouse? Like, what did you do that you have to change clothes, Foodie? Since when do you care enough about your appearance that you change your clothes? Please make it make sense. Seems odd that she has to go to Montreal, and while she's there, she has to change her clothes? Huh. Interesting. And this is just a side issue, subfolder to the main folder. But Foodie's over there telling everybody that she's in the 330s. I found this on Twitter, courtesy of Kiva. This Twitter post says, Chantal says she weighs 337 pounds. That's 2 pounds lighter than the 339 she earlier said she was when she met BB. This is Chantal on her her first date with BB. This is how she looked. And I don't know if Foodie was using filters here or not, but this is how she looked at 339. That's a stark difference from how she looks now. So Foodie, if you're allegedly 337 pounds, how come you don't look like this? I know that you were a bit younger here, but you don't look like this anymore. You're not in the 330s. You're closer to 500. We all know that. You know that. Don't know why you keep lying, but you do. You absolutely do. Although it's ridiculous. You could just say, yeah, I'm 500 plus pounds. What of it? Okay. So Foodie went to Montreal, and Natter on his Natty Daddy channel did a react to Foodie, to one of her lives. And his live was titled Reacting About Foodie Beauty and Her Lies and Her BS. So Natter, I thought you were done with Foodie. Why are you reacting to her? Why react to her if you're done? And I've read the different comments. People are saying, oh, he was acting jealous and everything. If you hate this woman so much, Natter, why are you reacting to her? Like, you and Foodie just can't seem to leave each other alone. If you hate her so much, why react to her? You know what I think, guys? I think that Natter, Didi, and Chantal, they're all working together to keep attention for both channels, to keep the money and views going for both channels. And that's why neither channel will ever shut up talking about each other. This react that you did, Natter, was completely unnecessary, because what can you say about Foodie that you haven't already said 1,000 times before? Same thing with Chantal. What can she say about you that hasn't been said 1,000 times before? The two of you just keep going after each other. For what purpose? For views, for money, for clicks? But what new thing can you say that we haven't already heard? All three of you, you're all in it together. You're all doing this for views and money. I mean, you're making it extremely obvious. All three of you like to think that you are more clever than everybody else, that you're smarter than everybody else, but you're not that clever. You're really not, because you want to play the shell game with the audience. You want to scam people. Well, if you know anything about scamming, then you know that in order for people to not to catch on to what you're doing, you got to switch things up. That way they can't catch on. But the problem with you, Didi, Natter, and Chantal, you don't switch things up. You're sticking to the same topics, same tactics, same everything, and everybody has caught on. Everybody's hip to what's going on, and the only thing we're really waiting for is to see what the ending to this story is, because there has to be an ending somewhere. There has to be an ending someplace. Like, this just can't go on. One way or the other, it's got to get shut down. So yeah, Natter did a live about Chantal, and let's see. So here's the post where she did, where she posed in front of a gallery. I can't read French, but it looks like she's at a gallery, and she changed her clothes. Now, here's what I found interesting about this. I pulled this up for a reason, and no, I'm not reacting to Natter's live. One detail that I'm noticing right off the bat, and all the ladies in my audience, or even the gentlemen, if you've ever taken a lady out for a good time, to dinner and whatnot, one thing I'm noticing, do you ladies see it too? Look what she's wearing. Look what she's wearing. That is not something you wear around the house. That is something you wear when you've gone out someplace for dinner, or someplace nice for a special occasion. This is not something you wear around the house. I'm not saying that Dee Dee cannot wear that around the house. I mean, she can dress however she wants, but it just seems suspicious that here's Chantal. She had on one set of clothes when she left the house. She's got on something completely different when she's next to a gallery. And here's Dee Dee wearing a dress or a shirt that it looks almost like something you'd wear to a cocktail party. And she's wearing it while she's sitting there talking to people. So I got the feeling that Natter and Dee Dee met up with Chantal, and Dee Dee was dressed up and she just hasn't changed clothes yet, because this post from Foodie was, let's see here, 2 hours ago. And Natter's live, let's see, where is it? Dang it. This live is ongoing right now, and it's at 24 minutes, 28 seconds. You guys can see that. So you can very easily slip away to see somebody, have dinner for about 30 minutes or about an hour, and come right back and act like, what is she doing here? What is she doing in Montreal? We know exactly why she's in Montreal. She's there to see you, Natter. And you know you probably saw Foodie and got some money or whatever else from her. We know this. Why are you guys playing this game with us? We're not stupid. We're so not stupid. So yeah, I found that weird that they come on camera and she's still got on a really nice evening cocktail party like dress or shirt. I clocked that as soon as I saw it. Like, what are you guys doing that for? All right. So here's Foodie on the main road. Let's see what she has to say about this trip and about Natter.
Of Natter is going to start reacting to it. Now listen, I'm not, this is not to give him attention that you think, okay? I just want to shut down every new project he thinks he's going to have and be successful with because he's full of crap. And so you want to outline.
You know what? You don't want to give him attention, then don't give him attention. Don't talk about him, even if he talks about you. But the thing is, you want him to talk about you. You want his attention even from afar. You go out of your way to get his attention. We've seen the live streams, Foodie, where you'll sit there and you will literally call him and text him while you're doing your live streams and you're talking to your members. You won't even wait till it's over. I mean, where are you going today? To Montreal. You can't go to anywhere else in Canada. It has to be to Montreal where he's at.
My lies. I'm just gonna say this one thing only, and then I'm probably just going to completely ghost you, like really hitting your channel forever. Like, okay, dude, you're talking about taking me to civil court for like you need to worry about your criminal cases that you have. Like you're being charged with SA from like multiple people. So worry about your damn self. Number two, I did not drop the charges because they were fake. I dropped them because you lied. Because I was an idiot, fucking loved you and wanted to see you. Meanwhile, you're fucking Dee Dee the whole time and lying to me about it. And there's video evidence.
You know what? How do we know? How do any of us know what goes on off camera? How do we really know? How do we know that those three people aren't fine with each other off camera, but then on camera they got to make up this fake outrage and fake hate for the sake of views and money? How do we know? How do we know? I mean, the whole thing looks funny to me. 1 minute, Chantal hates Dee Dee, cursing her out, doxing her. The next minute, she's going to Dee Dee's channel when Dee Dee posts a video saying, I love your pedicure. That's a great color. I mean, really? You hate her, but yet you give praise to her. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. And you know the most maddening thing about this whole thing is the fact that Natter is a scumbag. He's a scumbag, loser, abusive bum that has nothing to his name, and what he does have belongs to other people. Anything he has of value comes from other people, comes from women. And if he is abusive to women, they let him get away with it. They don't press charges. You know, they don't hold him accountable. They protect him. Why are people protecting this dude? What is so great about him that he has to be protected? He is nothing. He's a scrap of a man. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even call him a man. He's a parasite. That's the more appropriate term for Natter. Parasite El Scammy. He's a parasite. He's a tick. He's a living tick. He sucks the blood off of other people in order to live. He doesn't want to go out and do his own thing. Why are women protecting this dude?
Of her on the phone, telling me how to really I should drop the charges. So do you really want to go there? Number two, I did not ruin your fucking reputation. Why don't you read the room? This whole problem is your.
You know what? Why don't you read the room? Why don't you put your glasses on and read the entire room? Hell, read the whole house. You and Dee Dee and Natter want to be together. You want to have occasions together. That's y'all's business. But the problem is, you all decided to put this shit on YouTube. You decided to take your private relationship and make it public for profit. You made us involved. You got us involved. We didn't ask for that. We didn't want that. You made that decision, all three of you. Ain't nobody innocent up in this bitch. Nobody. All three of you decided to take your situation, put it on YouTube, and make money with it. All of you. And you've all made quite a bit of money. Much more than you deserved. And we're still not done. I find it crazy that you're sitting here bitching about Natter while you're on your way to Montreal to see him. Really?
Your fault. I did not out you, Natter, El Shammy, El Scammy. I outed your abuse, your shitty ass, toxic, crappy behavior. All right? So that's on you, buddy.
You know what? I'm going to be a little reminder right now. I want to remind everybody, going all the way back to those live streams when she first started talking about them. I want to remind everyone, if anybody's forgotten, how Chantal would come on camera showing off her bruises on her chest. She was proud of them, absolutely proud, bragging about the rough sex. Yeah, she did that. Bragging, showing off her bruises. So if he was so abusive, Chantal, why were you showing off your bruises? People that get abused, they don't show off their bruises like they're trophies. You did. You did. I said what I said before, and I'll say it again. Not to make this conversation too extremely adult, but I think perhaps you're a bit of a masochist with some deep, dark, extreme fetishes, and you don't want to own up to that. For some reason, you don't want people to know. Maybe you're a person that you're into pain. Maybe you get off on it. You don't want people to know that. Maybe you're afraid of the way they look at you if they did know. And so you're trying to say, oh, it's BDSM. S&M is a subset of BDSM. You're okay with people thinking of BDSM because you think that's, it's sexy and it doesn't seem harsh. And S&M is kind of harsh, depending on the person. But I think perhaps you are a masochist. You like pain. Maybe Dee Dee's the same way. Maybe that's why you're afraid of those tapes coming out. Maybe that will be revealed at some point. If you're into it, you're into it, okay? But I think Natter, who calls himself a Dom, and he's not a real Dom, and I'll say that all day long, I will scream it from the topest mountain, he is not a Dom. You just think he is because you're not informed, you're not knowledgeable, and you're too lazy to research a real Dom to find out. You're just going to throw yourself at whoever calls themselves a dom. I think you got extreme fetishes and extreme interests, and Natter is the first person you found that will relieve your cravings, so to speak. And so you latched onto him, and that's the main reason why you won't tear yourself away, because you've not found anybody like him to take you there like that. And so you're pursuing him. And so he's okay with it because you're paying for everything. Maybe that's the arrangement. Maybe that's been the entire arrangement all this time. Hey, I'll take you there. I'll satisfy your cravings with you. I'll do your fantasies if you pay my way. Maybe that was the entire agreement. And here and there, things have gone sideways because you got attached, you got too clingy. I don't know the entire deal because I wasn't in the room when all this was discussed. But I think there's some twisted shit going on there. And whatever it is, it should have been kept private, should have been kept off YouTube. We, the audience, we should not have been involved. There's a reason why things like that are made private, because the unsuspecting public, the public who do not want to be involved, they don't have to be involved, and they're not going to get upset or triggered by seeing or hearing of things that they don't want anything to do with. And can I also say, Chantal, because I know you watch my videos, I think it's completely fucked up that you and Natter and Dee Dee brought this shit here. You brought it to a public forum, and this is not an adults only forum. There are minors running around on YouTube, and here the three of you are bringing shit to YouTube that minors should not see nor hear about. Completely fucked up. You don't even have the decency to take it to an adult forum or an adult website where only adults can see and consent.
You're an adult. You're 40 now. Why don't you just look around? What did you not watch any of the videos from Sam's Bar Lounge? You literally cannot fake those. You literally cannot. What, do you think people are going to spend the time and spend millions of dollars to computer generate your image and make the Photoshop of your old image, your old face? That was you in the video telling people you were going to rip their throat out. That was you in the video backhanding Dee Dee and having her cry for her.
Okay, trigger warning. I don't know what she's going to say in this video, but she's talking about DV. If you get triggered by that, please just skip ahead or don't listen. I don't want anybody negatively affected.
Father, that was Dee Dee on the video, and I quote, "This is physical violence." So you know what? You ruined your own effing reputation, and if you don't shut the fuck,
and I'm going to go off about that yet again. I know that I'm repeating myself a little bit here, but I want to stress this point. If there is an S&M type relationship going on with Natter and Chantal or Natter and Dee Dee, that needs to be explained. That needs to be put out there. Because if it's consensual, and if that's what she likes, and if that's what Chantal likes, and if that's what Natter likes, they need to tell people. Since they chose to make that shit public, they need to tell the public. Since we're now involved, we're now a part of this, they need to come out and say so. Because anybody watching, they're going to assume it's abuse. Do I think what was happening on those tapes recently was abuse? Yes. They can't even use the defense of, oh, we were just playing. It was a scene. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because you weren't doing that specifically for YouTube. That was shit that was going on off camera that somebody else just managed to record. And it was fucked up. It looked very fucked up. It was very triggering. But Dee Dee, if you're into pain, if that's your deal, that's your deal. If you're okay with that, you're okay with that. But this is why you don't put this kind of shit on YouTube, on a public forum where minors can watch. They can come across it. That's why you take adult shit to adult places. Okay? Everything in its proper place. Everything.
up soon about that. I'm going to take you to court because I can afford it now that I'm not supporting your bum ass. And actually,
that's negotiable. You're not supporting his bum ass. I doubt that's true. Have you stopped paying his phone bill? No. You know you do. You pay his phone bill, you're probably buying groceries on the side. Girl, please. We know you're paying for stuff.
Sue you for talking shit. So you know what? Keep your big Easter Island head mouth closed because you're full of crap. So it's like honestly, like you're even too good for this little bit of attention anymore. Like how like really, really, really. I don't even care what you said. That's the whole part of your video about my lover's thing is like completely irrelevant because you know it's like who cares? That's obviously just your jealousy. Because you know what? I'm glad I finally opened my eyes and 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 seen for myself how abusive and toxic and crappy you are and how you were just using me. And you lied to me the entire fucking time. Every single thing was a lie about us. So are you actually going to sit there after everything you put me through to the point of me almost wanting to end my life because of the shit you put me through? You're really going to sit here and blame me for it? Okay. So you're not going to grow as a person. You're not ever going to be a better.
All of this is fake outrage and fake drama. All of it. I mean, look where she's going. She's going to Montreal. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Person. So why the fuck would anyone follow you? You deserve those 8,000 people. Because every single thing, here's the difference between you and me, pal, and I will win.
Oh, she just gave herself away. Chantal, if you're not paying attention to him, how do you know how many subs he has right now? Because you're going to his page, aren't you?
You want to react to my videos? I'm not going to let you profit off me anymore. So if you do that, trust and believe I will react to that. And put you right back in your fucking place with actual evidence. Because all you've been is hot air. See? And everyone knows this shit. And you're just mad because you've outed yourself. You've outed yourself.
All three of you are outing yourselves. All three of you. Chantal, you can't keep a secret to yourself for 5 minutes. You keep outing yourself, girl. I mean, really? You go out in one outfit. You go on your Instagram in a different outfit. I mean, really? How obvious can you be? And then Dee Dee wearing a freaking cocktail dress shirt of sorts in the video, like they just got through going somewhere.
You were dumb. You trusted people that you shouldn't have. Abusing somebody on video. Serve you right. That's your fucking karma, dude. Eat it up and enjoy it. You too, Dee Dee. You love it the most. You fucking supporting this guy. You're freaking like after everything we've seen. No, I'm sorry. You need to get away from him just like I did. Offer stands. Offer stands.
You know what I think, Chantal? I think you desperately want Dee Dee away from Natter. I think you really, really want that. You're dealing with Dee Dee there. You don't want her there. You're tolerating it, but you want Natter all to yourself. You don't like sharing your toys, but in the situation with Natter and Dee Dee, you have to because it's a package deal. You don't like it, but you put up with it because that's the only way you get access to him. And Dee Dee's over there saying that she is going to stand by her man and she's never going to leave him. Both of you are idiots for fighting over a scrap of a man that means nothing, that offers nothing, that does nothing but live off of women. Big question. When he gets older, because we all get older, how's he going to throw game around? I mean, it's amazing that he's still throwing game around, looking the way he looks, acting the way he acts. But can anybody imagine Natter trying to throw this kind of game like when he's, say, 60 or 70 years old? It ain't going to work.
I'm finally fucking meeting people who have shown me that there are real men out there who don't fucking hurt women. All right? That's on you. That's on video. You hit her. I didn't even know any of this shit was going on behind the scenes. You were telling me behind the scenes that we're gonna get an apartment, that you love me, but all the fucking bullshit that I see now, that's bullshit. And thank the heaven above, thank you, my fucking grandmother, thank you everything, thank you God. God is good, Jesus is good. That I've seen the fucking light that you'll never see because you're still blaming all your shitty actions on everyone else. So what can I say? Good luck with your reactions to.
And the fact that she's going off about this video that Natter did on the Natty Daddy channel. You know, she had to watch it in order to react to it. So she's paying attention to him. And Eat Bees Love says you only got away from him because he chose someone else. This is not a case where Chantal walked away from him. That ain't it. He told her to, hit the bricks.
To like literally the difference between you and me, I've shown proof. I've shown screenshots. I've shown everything. And dude, what are you're gonna get me for harassment and stalking? You have one picture of my car in your driveway at the time that we were fucking. So what does that prove? Like last year. Number two, the cops asked me, has he messaged you recently? No. So what do you think they're gonna do if I haven't even reached out to you in like months? You think they're gonna say, oh yeah, stalking and harassment? No, none of
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of hearing all three of these idiot people saying that they're going to take each other to court and we're going to the cops. Please shut up. All three of you just please shut up. If they did take each other to court, what would happen? They'd all get thrown out of court because I'm sure there are records of phone conversations and contact from all parties. So how would any of them go after each other for harassment? It's just not going to happen. Whoever the judge is, they would look at this and go, all three of you are ridiculous and you're wasting the court's time. Get out of here.
none of that's happening. So good luck again. You're all full of hot air. You're all full of shit. Everyone knows it. And the only people who don't know it just want to keep this drama going. And me, I'm about to live my fucking life to the best. So you know what? Have fun with your like. You think you're so funny. I have a lot of views. Like, dude, the fact that you don't have a lot of subscribers and like more views than subscribers, just like most reaction channels, just like Rubber Band Mouth and Side Ponytail. Like your channel's not gonna grow because like you fucking ruined your own reputation.
So people are saying that her mother, Smee, is sitting in the passenger seat. I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that mom is sitting in the passenger seat listening to all this crap. I think that Chantal just made up an excuse to go to Montreal saying, I'm going to go pick up my mom and then we're going to go shopping. I don't believe that. Since when does Chantal care about her family? She's just talking about all kinds of dates and spending time with family as a cover to go see Natter.
Nobody wants to support an abuser. And honestly, your life.
But you did. You were supporting one and you were backing him up and you were lying for him. And you'd still be doing it if Dee Dee weren't there, if you weren't living in her house.
Things are fucking boring as fuck. You take 4 hours to cook something. And you have.
Yes, he does take 4 hours to cook something, Chantal. But you do a 3 to 5 hour live stream. And what are you doing? You're sitting there ordering food. And then while you're eating food, you'll order another meal. You'll sit there and put your makeup on. You'll blabber about nothing. Yeah, I'm not on Natter's side by any stretch of the imagination, but you both are guilty of running up the meter because you want more ad money. Neither one of you are about making an entertaining live stream. It's all about just let's run up the meter for that ad money.
Indeed, but yeah, Natter. Like, you think really people really want to fucking watch that shit? You had it fucking made with me. I was doing your videos, we were going places, but you're too much of an abusive piece of shit asshole, and I'm not putting up with that shit. No woman should put up with that shit. Dee Dee should fucking leave your ass and boss up. And you know what? That's it. Goodbye.
Okay, so that's the live. Let's go back over here to this post, her community post. Let's finish this out with the community post. Oops, sorry. Bunch of comments here. Shrekna says, the face of someone who's been charging $9.99 for a fictional postcard club for months. Yep, she did. The postcard club, she was supposed to go to exotic places, and the idea was that people would get postcards from exotic places, and she ain't been anywhere yet. Anybody that's still paying the $9.99, you're getting ripped off, and you've been getting ripped off. Should have waited till she actually went somewhere to start paying. Laura of the Valley says, Natter still isn't jealous. He just misses your money. Want to make him jealous? Show yourself treating other men and giving them gifts. You do it off camera anyways. Yep. You know what? I wouldn't put it past Chantal that when she goes out with a person that she's paying them to do so, offering to treat them to dinner and whatnot just to have content for her channel. Fibronacci fan says, afraid for my life, police involved days ago, yet still manages to post photos about exactly where she was with the abuser nearby. Why won't you simply enjoy family for 2 hours without attention-seeking, immature look-at-me behavior? Yes, she's so afraid of her for her life, and yet she's always showing exactly where she is and what she's doing. Shut Up Anna Leave says, girl, if leaked footage of someone threatening to unalive me just got posted online, I wouldn't be running to their city. This is like Bella on the motorcycle hoping Edward shows up. You're nuts. She's not afraid of Natter. She's not afraid of him. She is so not afraid of him. She's like, oh, he was an abusive person, but she's not afraid of him. Kalani says, hope you brought enough supply to lure him with this time. Well, you never know with Chantal. Trish Montgomery says, if Nonads and Doo-Doo have good groceries later, then we know where you've been. Well, Dee Dee had on that really nice cocktail party type dress or blouse. That tells me everything I need to know because that's not something you wear around the house. Laura of the Valley says, I would hate to be one of those people who's incredibly transparent and can't hide their emotions. Her smile looks forced and dead. I actually see a little bit of attitude behind her leer. Well, I can pretty much tell you what the attitude is. She thinks she's clever. She thinks she's slick. She thinks she's got everybody fooled. She doesn't. You know, she's got that duper's delight smile. Everybody talking about the filters. Tweety says, do you ever think about the day you get old, if you ever do get that far, and all the photos you have to look back on are heavily filtered selfies, most with your hand uncomfortably next to your face to show a tattoo with no art or talent to it, and no friends or family to show next to you? Or do you plan to live in a fantasy land all your life? Wake up, Chantal. You know, it's so weird. She says she's proud of herself, and yet she isn't proud of herself. She does everything in the world to live in her fantasy world and convince herself that she does not look or live the way she looks and the way she lives. Carol Carrot says, you can delete comments all day long, Chubbs, but you can never delete the truth. Yeah, the truth follows you everywhere you go, and she's always running from it. Thai Baby says, hands in the pockets, trying to make the lower protuberance seem like flared material I see. Gets questioned on only posting close-up selfies and immediately posts a full body to pretend like she's confident. She's not confident. Rebecca Taylor says, isn't there anywhere else to go in Canada? There's plenty of places to go. She just doesn't want to go there. She's always sticking around the places where Natter is. The Mayo on Chantal's chin says, are you there to see Natter? Because why would you grab your mom and drive all the way to Montreal when Ottawa is nice to explore? Also, you slipped up yesterday in a stream and said you were going to Montreal with someone special. Also, it's payday. Are you trying to lure him? Of course she is. The same way she tried to lure him the last time by getting that really expensive hotel room. You know, trying to lure him to the room. And he never showed up. Or so we think. He could have slipped on over there and we'd never know. Anthony G says, please explain to me why you say you are so afraid for your life, but to advertise where you're at. Scammers, scammers. Yeah, she's so afraid for her life, but she shows exactly where she is. Bebe says, placing my order from Samsung right now. Holy crap. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if there was ever a Good advertisement for the Samsung filters, Chantal, would be it. Ready, Set, We says, don't think I don't see that you change shirts, though. Yeah, we noticed that. Since when does she care about her appearance? Why is she changing her shirt for? The reflection in the window, is it, or eyes playing tricks? Yeah, I was trying to see if there was a reflection in the window, and I couldn't tell. I mean, maybe somebody else can find what the reflection is. Brooklyn Brixton says you are 250 pounds heavier than this. This level of fat fishing is crazy. Allegedly conspiracy whatever says you don't look worried about that video that's on its way. If I were you, I would. It's about to go down. Love that for you. I'm just going to put this thought out there about that. So Sam's Bar Lounge is going to drop a video at some point. I've heard that the reason why they haven't released it yet is because they're having sound issues. They said the sound is sounding distant. Just a theory, just a thought. I'm just sharing my thoughts here. What if Chantal is on the way to Montreal to hang out with Natter in preparation for that? Just a thought. Just a thought that she seems all in a hurry to run to Montreal for some reason. Prissy Hippie says, why are you in his city? Because she wants to be there, because she wants to be close to him. I'm telling you, they're not done with each other. I mean, he's over there sitting there reacting to her and she's reacting to him. Obviously, they're watching each other. They're not done. If he really freaking hated her, he would stop talking about her. He would stop focusing on her. They're both fixated on each other. Flying Spaghetti Monster says, I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that this picture was taken with your phone and not the phone of the person taking it. Just a hunch. You know, you really don't look like that, right? I'm not talking about the smooth skin as much as the weight. Guess what? We don't care about your weight. So turn the filters off if you love your body so much. Yeah, whatever she is, just own it. Just freaking own it. Stop lying about the weight. Stop lying about how she looks. Kevin Beantown says, hopefully you ain't dropping off any care packages. Well, that remains to be seen. McStabby says, Dee Dee is wearing your engagement ring. Oh, is she? Well, we'll find out later. Debbie Plum says, hoping to run into Nads, aren't you? Ma'am, your desperation is showing again. Well, she might have already run into Nads. I mean, sorry, Dee Dee. You outed yourself wearing that top. That's a top that you wear when you go outside the house. You don't wear that for inside. It's not a casual, at home, want to be comfortable top. That is something you wear when you go out to dinner or a cocktail party. Girl, where were you and where are you going that you were wearing that? So that's it for the comments. That's all I wanted to cover today as far as all this mess. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Please take care and bye-bye.